Hey guys!
Hey guys!
It's time for another Doctor Who review. This time we're reviewing Doctor Who Series 9, Episode 11, titled Heaven Sent. If you haven't seen that episode yet and you want to avoid any spoilers, you're going to want to skip this video and come back later because everything we say from this point forward is going to be a spoiler. What a great episode.
Yeah.
And the amazing thing about this episode is it took us a long time to warm up to this Doctor. And the fact that he carried this episode by himself is super impressive.
Yeah, because, I mean, he really didn't even have anybody. The monster was very minimal, and the Clara bits were, like, she wasn't speaking for most of it. You just saw her handwriting, which was actually just him thinking. So, yeah, man, bravo.
So the Doctor, at the end of last episode, he got transported to this, it's effectively a prison pretty much, and it's a giant castle composed of his nightmares.
Yes.
Which is a terrifying thought. And he spends, gosh, what did he say? It was like something like 200 billion years.
Yeah, he spends a vast amount of time in this prison.
And he basically just lives through this scenario over and over again, Groundhog Day style, so that at the end of it, he can punch his way through that wall, and it takes, millennia, several hundred millennia, for him to finally break through the wall and escape. And he's on Gallifrey, which we kind of figured out about halfway through the episode.
Yeah, because but, like, kind of accidentally, because he says the stars weren't right. Yeah. So we're like, oh, he's on Gallifrey. That's not really true, but sort of.
So themes throughout this episode, and through all of Series 9 pretty much, is the story, like the word story.
Yeah, it's mentioned multiple times.
And also the hybrid. Now, we were talking a few days ago, and there's this theme of story, talking about, always this word, the story, has appeared in almost every episode of this series. River Song, of course, her consciousness was uploaded into the library, the biggest library in the universe. And what is a library full of? Stories.
So we think this is kind of a lead up to River coming back.
Now, I don't know if the overall arc of this season is necessarily driving toward River, but I think that just this word story might just be a clue that, yeah, we are getting River, which was confirmed that we're getting her in the Christmas episode.
Yeah. I kind of think that, Doctor Who almost is always very long storied. Like, they think way ahead, sometimes series ahead. So I do think that this story reference, I think this all has to do with River somehow.
And there's also another line in the episode, I'm going to have to read it because it's a really long line. It says, "Killer puzzle box designed to scare me to death and I'm trapped inside it, must be Christmas." And of course, River is coming back during the Christmas episode. Yes. And I think that is a direct reference to River Song.
Yes, I agree.
So the Doctor, he's describing the hybrid, and he's telling a story basically to the confessional creature about the hybrid and how in lore the hybrid is a Dalek Time Lord hybrid who is the greatest warrior in the universe and would overthrow the Time Lords and rule Gallifrey. But at the end of the episode he says, there's no such thing as a Dalek hybrid. A Dalek wouldn't allow that. I'm the hybrid. And that's a direct reference to the 1996 Doctor Who movie where the 8th Doctor says, I'm half human on my mother's side. He's a human Time Lord hybrid.
Yes, but
is the Doctor wrong? Because
because River is also a hybrid.
Yes.
Because she, two human parents, but she was conceived on the TARDIS. Therefore, that's kind of made her a Time Lord.
Yeah, she's half Time Lady, half human. So she is also a hybrid. So maybe the Doctor is wrong. Maybe he is a hybrid. Maybe he's not the hybrid.
Yes.
Another parallel with River in this episode is at the end of, the Doctor has to put all these puzzle pieces together before he figures out that he's lived through this before. And he realizes that the room's always reset, which means there's a copy of himself in the hard drive, and that's how he redoes it all over and over again. River was uploaded into the hard drive of the library, so there's a direct parallel right there.
Yeah. What gets me about that is that he has to live through this entire thing, which has to have take hours because he times out how fast the monster's moving to know that he gets 82 minutes. And it's not until the very end that I think he realizes what he's doing. Like, he realizes, I'm living this over and over. The skulls at the bottom of the lake are me. You know, like, I think it takes him that entire time. So he's reliving this over and over and doesn't figure out until the last couple minutes of his life what the plan was, and carries it out, and still carries it out knowing that he's going to die.
But also at the very end, he has to know that eventually he will succeed, because he's doing the same thing over and over again, and that groove that he is punching into this wall is getting bigger and bigger each time.
Yeah.
Not that he knows, you know, but he's got to notice that there's a groove here, and if he's figured out that it's him that's doing it, he knows that he's succeeding before he, you know, dies and has to reboot.
Yeah.
So, the end of the episode, the Doctor is on Gallifrey. He finds his little boy, and he's like, go to the city and tell him I'm here, and I'm coming.
Uh-oh, Gallifrey.
But I have to kind of wonder what the motivation is. Because Matt Smith, the 11th Doctor, the Time Lords gave him a full new regeneration cycle.
Yeah.
So what is their beef with the 12th Doctor?
Yeah.
Are they mad at him because he hasn't gone looking for the Time Lords? He hasn't found Gallifrey yet, what is their beef?
Or, you know, this hybrid, we don't know the full story of it. Maybe there's a time and they're drawing close to that time, and so now they need to find out about the hybrid, and they think he's the only one who knows about it. And maybe that's why they gave him a new regeneration cycle, because, I mean, obviously whoever trapped him in the confessional thinks that he has knowledge of this hybrid that nobody else has. So perhaps that is why when he was about to die, they gave him an extra regeneration, because he can't die if he's the only one who has this knowledge of the hybrid. Just a theory.
Okay, I think that's pretty much it for this review. If we missed anything, if there's something you think we should have talked about that we didn't, or if we got anything wrong, let us know down in the comments and we can discuss it. Also, if you enjoyed this video, and we certainly hope you did, be sure to let us know by clicking that like button and subscribe for more reviews.
And thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.